But as long as the spirit is running through me, they will not be forgotten.
Lori Odjick finds peace here, but moments like this are also the hardest. It's when she struggles the most with the disappearance of her daughter, Maisy.
I think a lot about it when I'm alone here. Like, I'm busy during the day, like get up the kids, go to get them ready for school, so I'm busy. I don't really, she's always there, but I don't really think about it. And it's when everybody's gone and this house is empty, I can't stay here, you know, because it's too much. You know, see her picture on the fridge, see her picture somewhere, and there's, she took a piece of me with her, because I love her. She's my daughter.
Kitigan-Zibi is a native reserve north of Ottawa. Maisy Odjick and her friend Shannon Alexander were last seen here September 6th. The 16 and 17-year-old were having a weekend sleepover. They dropped Shannon's father off at the bus station Saturday afternoon. It was Sunday night. Maisy's family hadn't heard from her in 2 days. They began to worry. Brian Alexander returned to an empty house. After he spoke with the Odjicks, the family's fears were confirmed. The girls were gone.
Hi, Dad. Is Mom home?
With her daughter missing, Odjick sprung into action. She did everything she could to draw attention to the mysterious disappearance.
I had to do a lot of pushing to get things done. I think because they figure that, you know, she's a teenager, she probably just took off. And, you know, when I said whether she took off or not, I need to know. I really need to know, you know. And I did a lot of pushing, actually. I had to step on some toes and do the mama bear routine. And it worked because I kind of went over some of their heads with our local police here. I went to band chief and council, and I was like, where's the media on this?
Gilbert Whiteduck is the chief of Kitigan-Zibi. He called a press conference for the missing teens. He sees the void between Native communities and non-Aboriginals.
And very often individuals believe that it's just another Indian that's gone on the street. It's another drunk Indian, and therefore why should we worry about drunk Indians? The stereotype type of view of who we are as First Nations is not well understood by Canadians, never has. And that's why we continue to encounter these, because these two young girls are only two of many across Canada who have gone missing in one way or another, where very often little attention or some attention and then it's quickly forgotten.
Shannon lives in the jurisdiction of the Sûreté du Quebec, but the Kitigan-Zibi police is leading the investigation. Gordon McGregor is the chief of the reserve's 10-man force. His force is working with Quebec's provincial police, the Ottawa Police, and the RCMP to find the girls. Getting other squads to respond to tips is helpful, but can be costly.
By the time we get an officer sent over there, the girl's gone, and they're gone somewhere else, or the person that cited it couldn't wait, or it's just a matter of timing. And because the time we waste communicating, time the girls actually move on to some other place or move on somewhere else, if it's them girls too.
Maisy had gotten a camera for Christmas.
Odjick has fond memories of her daughter, but life on the reserve was not always easy for Maisy. 2 years ago, she dropped out of school. Odjick was upset with Maisy's choices. She resorted to tough love. Maisy was to get an education or get out. Maisy soon left her siblings and moved in with her grandparents. She spent most of her time with friends or doing odd jobs around the community. A land search took place for Maisy and Shannon by the reserve and here by the Deza River in Maniwaki. This is the first time anyone has gone missing in Kitigan-Zibi, but across Canada, there are over 500 cases of missing and murdered Aboriginal women. Many of these cases remain unsolved. Beverly Jacobs is the president of the Native Women's Association of Canada. She says the unsolved cases are an example of racism against Aboriginals.
It really bothers me, it angers me that I feel like I'm always hitting my head on the brick wall. Like what do I have to do? What has to happen in order for them to understand that this is a really, really critical issue.
The association created Sisters in Spirit. The initiative is assembling a database of the missing and murdered women. It gives a voice to those who feel their loved ones are being forgotten. A sea of blue flooded Parliament Hill 4 weeks after Maisy and Shannon went missing. This was the third annual Sisters in Spirit Vigil. Families and allies held balloons, holding their loved ones close to their hearts. Odjick wants answers. She doesn't want to be standing here years from now, consumed with worry.
And we have witnessed firsthand the lack of attention that these young women have gotten. All these women have gotten.
Alexander saw the girls last.
I want my kid home. These two girls didn't do nothing wrong to no one. I'm so friggin' frustrated, man. How many friggin' people have to go vanish and no one does nothing?
Odjick has remained strong, but she can't help imagining the worst.
That Maisy is in the spirit world. That's my biggest fear. That's why I just want a phone call. You need to know if she's walking this earth with us or she's in the spirit world. You need to know.
For the 25th hour, I'm Wanda O'Brien.